All right, my friends, so I just got an email from a guy who said, during a slide like this, where should you pull your money from? Man, this is exactly why we need the barbell, I'm telling you. So in this case, I mean, you say you got 100,000 bucks in stocks, or no, 80, you have 100,000 bucks, just use that for, I like nice and simple numbers, and I don't like to do calculations in my head, and neither should you if you're doing retirement planning, by the way. You should always trust your trusty old calculator or Excel spreadsheet. Just make sure your numbers are good. I was actually working on a spreadsheet today. I was like, man, I was looking at it. This is gonna be a great video I'm getting ready to do. It's on sequence of return risk. It's gonna be fantastic. Going back to 1871, it's gonna be awesome. Anyway, and so I was running my numbers. And I said, this just, no way. It came out way better than I thought. And then I said, oh man, I see. And so you just gotta look at your numbers on Excel, because you're like, oh man, if you don't do something on the right cell, it's gonna be looking a whole lot better or worse than it should be. And I said, okay. So I basically wasted an hour and a half this morning with a crappy formula. That's one of the things with being experienced in this business. If you're trying to draw 6% out and it comes out successful every time, you're like, that can't possibly be. And I had 6%. 20-year scenarios going back to 1871, and not one time did we have run out of money. I said, that no way. And I said, I must be doing something wrong in the spreadsheet. And I found the error of my ways, and I reformed. Anyway, so this whole point, you got 100,000 bucks, 80,000 is the market, 20,000 is in CDs or cash. In this stage, it doesn't matter. We'll just say cash. We're going to say you need 5,000 bucks, 5% distribution. All right, so you got 100,000 bucks total, 80-20. Hey, boys, what's up, Si? Yeah. All right, so now the market is down, what, 13, let's see, 80,000 minus 10, that'd be 8,000 bucks. Down 15% would be $12,000. So now you're sitting on 68,000 in stocks and 20,000 in cash. Well, if you need 5,000 bucks, you take it from the cash, man. You don't, see this whole point, you don't take money from a declining portfolio. I cannot stress this enough. Hey guys, come on. Hey Si, hey Trice, come on. You don't, Pablo, come on. You don't take money from a portfolio that's declining in value. Please don't do that. That's not good financial planning. And anyway, so that's the barbell. Literally, this is part and parcel why you have the barbell. So now you allow your 68,000 bucks to go down. I mean, yeah, go down more, go up more, but you're covered for this year. You are covered for this year. Market falls another 15%. Well, that'd be 30% on 80. That'd be 24,000 bucks, right? Yeah, so that'd be down to $56,000. Well, you need another 5,000 next year, or 5150 if you use a 3% inflation. You are using your cash. I mean, that's how it works, man. You're using your cash to cover for that next year. So now you're down to 54 or 56,000. I can't remember. I think, yeah, $56,000. And now your cash is at 10,000 bucks because you burned through 2 years of cash. All right. Not likely for the market to go down again, but if it were to go down, all right, then you're gonna have to pull it from the cash again. And now you're down to, I don't know, freaking 45,000 bucks. That means you're down 55% for 3 years' time. This never happened over the course of 3 years, all right? Let's see, I'm trying to think. 73, 74, I think it's down 45% total. All right, it's 45%. The Great Depression was down, got killed, up, went up. Never down that much in 3 years' time. 2001 and 2, yeah, let's see, down 9, 11, 22. 9 plus 11 is 20, 42%. So that was, so no, it never went down that much ever. I guess you could say the modern era going back to 1926. Not saying it can't, just has never done that before. And now the fact that inflation is so low, that's a friend. That's a good thing, because inflation being so low is wonderful. It's the inflation that really destroys and eats your wealth for sure. Anyway, so the issue is, let's just say you're down to 45,000 bucks. Again, that's I don't even know what kind of decline that is. That's a pretty significant decline from the 80,000. And now you're, after 3 years, and now you're sitting on 5,000 bucks left in cash. Well, it sucks, but A, it's not likely to happen, but B, most likely that $45,000, seems like every time I'm doing this, old Pablo drops a dookie, then that's it. That's not much, bubs. Oh boy, I have to feed you some fiber, big man. All right, there we go. Good boy. All right, whoo, that stinks, Pablo. Whoo, man, you've been eating Mexican food? I have to feed you some more, because man, whoo, that's stinky. All right, so let's say we're down to 45,000. You're on $5,000, and we're just gonna say the market goes up 10%. So now you're up 45,000 plus 10,000, 10%. That's 4950, and you're taking that final cash account out because you want that money to be untouched as long as possible, because you got to get that money to grow. All right, so in year 5 now, so year 1, 2, 3, your $80,000 fell to 45,000 bucks. All right, and you're down to $5,000 in cash. So you have 45 in stocks, 5,000 cash. Year 4, the market is up 10%. So now that 45,000 is, we'll just say 50 for simplicity, and your cash is exhausted. Well, that's the problem. But year 11, that'll be year 5, most likely the market will go up. We don't know. But what's the alternative? I mean, that's the thing. There is no alternative, none. The alternative is I mean, to take reverse mortgage. You can absolutely do that in this scenario. But I don't make the good, the perfect, the enemy of the good. This is a good scenario. There's never going to be a perfect scenario. And it's not likely to happen, by the way. Other than a few times in the history of the last 100 years, do we have any of these even potential scenarios like what I'm just described right there? We just haven't had that, haven't. 2008, October 7, 07 to March 9, 2009, this S&P 500 was down 55%. That is correct. But that's just 1 year for which you needed to draw money. You needed to withdraw money in October 2007. All right, but you already did that before the markets fell. In fact, the markets were going up nicely until October 2007. You need to withdraw money in 2008. Well, that's just the beginning of the market decline. The only time you got hammered was when you had to draw money in 2009. But if you had the barbell, you're fine. You're fine. So anyway, that's the answer to your question. I forgot the guy's name, but hope this makes sense. All right, we're gonna go throw this poop in my trash can, get back in there, watch some more XFL, watch the New York Guardians battle the LA Wildcats. I could not think of a worse team name than the LA Wildcats with a worse uniform combination. Black and orange. I like orange on NFL teams. So I always like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Florida when they wear orange. Tennessee orange, I didn't like that orange so much. The best uniforms in football are definitely Texas Longhorns. That burnt orange and bright white, that is a beautiful, beautiful uniform. I mean, just think about Earl Campbell, number 20, and those uniforms. Oh man, how awesome would that be to see live? I mean, geez Louise, that's a beautiful uniform. I've always never been a Texas Longhorn fan, but those are some nice uniforms there. The LA Wildcats, they got black jerseys and they play in LA, stupid. At least so they don't have the freaking teal and purple and black that all the teams were doing in the 90s. Remember that? Carolina, Baltimore, seemed like a couple other teams. Teal, purple, and black. It's like, oh, Jacksonville. Just like, come on, man. That San Jose Sharks did that. There's another team in hockey went teal, purple, and black. I'm drawing a blank. It's just, oh. Did the Milwaukee Bucks go that route? Remember back in the old day, the Milwaukee Bucks were like green, yellow. They had like almost like the Houston Astros uniforms kind of. It's actually pretty cool, but all right, we'll see you.